Good morning, everybody. The game just disconnected for me, as it did for some other people, because I saw some people mention that too. Let me get back into the competition. I'll do the daily challenge after. Davidson, hello. Carbon, hi. Legend says hi as well. Coinman says happy Friday. Welcome, everybody. Bayes, hello. Sustained Intelligence, make sure game is online, just got disconnected. That probably, he probably sent that message the same time I got disconnected while I was typing up the announcement. 28, hello. Morning again, Rachel. Solus says, still trying to get back online. Hope I make it on time. Yeah, hopefully. Everybody must have gotten disconnected this time. Mary NG, good morning. Bazinga says greetings, Dub. Leo says good morning as well. Good morning to you all. I am top 25. The rank will update in just a moment. Production rates, as I put on the thumbnail and I said on Tuesday, 169 per hour. I did have to remove 3 soybean farms, as you can see. So I have 3 empty spots. I'm not exactly sure why I had to do that, because in my practice town it was working just fine, right? But in the competition town I was overproducing soybeans, which means I was overproducing tofu, and if I overproduce tofu, I don't have enough rice vinegar for the kimchi. So I wasn't making enough kimchi because I was making too much soybeans. And I just don't know why that happened, but okay. Removing 3 soybean farms fixed that problem. 21st place, not as, maybe 22nd actually. Yeah, just updated it again, 22nd place. Not as good as I thought it was going to do, but probably because I failed to take into account that some people are not making kimchi soup. There are probably some people in top 25 that are not making kimchi soup. They are either making ice or something else that gives them a lot of stars, just because the star boost is not substantial. And some of the members are talking about that too for the upcoming competition, which is going to be Peppermint hot cocoa. That the initial star boost they were going to do from like 900 to 9,000 was not going to be enough, and I agree with that. But Ducks Honey just announced yesterday that the star boost is going to be much higher now. It's going to be 100 times the amount instead of just 10 times the amount. So like he posted on Discord, instead of 900 or 9,000 that it was going to be, it's going to now be 95,000 stars. So it is definitely gonna be the meta. Like not even ice blocks can beat that or some other item. How do you feel about that? Because some people did like the option of having ice blocks, even though it is like the same thing over and over again. But some people ranked pretty well just by doing ice blocks. Carbon says, is it hard? The next competition is somewhat in the middle, Carbon. It's not the easiest one. I don't think it's the hardest one, but it is going to require nuclear power for an effective rate. That's because you need to make ceramic mugs. Oh, the biome is not going to make it much easier either. Yeah, the biome they're giving us is... I think it has one too many mountains. It's like, why are they giving us 2 mountains? Just to make it harder, I guess. Sustained Intelligence got 182 per hour on soup. Very nice. Yeah, I thought my rate was going to be pretty good, but originally I was aiming for like... Well... I would have liked to see 200 per hour, but I wasn't able to accomplish that. Not with this design anyways. And I didn't want to go for a brand new redesign. And I thought this was a good setup for the passive lettuce heads. Sure, I probably could have made more kimchi and have more lettuce fields. But I don't know. I didn't think I had the space for it. Regardless, top 25, I'll take it. That's ultimately the goal right now. Sustained intelligence. Meta is an acronym for most effective tactics available. Yes, that is correct. Girl Gamer says meta is better. Yeah. JMR Leroy, happy Town Start Friday. Shadrat says he didn't get disconnected. Okay, well, last week I don't think I got disconnected at all. Alina, hello. I'm not even sure what rank you are, Sustained Intelligence. What is your real username? You're on here somewhere. Chandra says, I could like either way, but I need to know how the game is supposed to work. Should items be more balanced? What is the goal for the game? The goal is to get as many stars per hour, so you can place higher in the leaderboards. Whatever method you do to attain that, that's the way to play the game. So like for this week, if you were able to do an ice build that gave you more stars than the kimchi soup build that you could have made, then yeah, you would have been better off doing ice. And there's nothing wrong with that in my opinion. But it probably is not that good of an idea if they keep the star boosted points too low all the time, because then people would constantly make ice blocks. I think it was fairly balanced though. Like the star boost was just the right amount for kimchi soup. At least for no NFTs, you were better off doing the kimchi soup design that I shared instead of just doing the ice block build. But when it comes to NFTs, if you did have enough NFTs to help you with ice blocks, you definitely would have done better doing ice blocks. Oh, so Game Master, okay, yeah. Anulis, hello, says hi from Greece. Alex says hi, Dub, and happy Friday, everyone. Hello, Alex. Yeah, so competition ends in about 10 minutes. Like I said before, next week's competition is Peppermint Hot Cocoa, which is very similar to the Hot Cocoa meta that we had a year ago. The only addition is that you're going to use that hot cocoa, add 2 peppermint to it, and that makes a peppermint hot cocoa. It's not really... There's not really a lot of new stuff to it, but there are a lot of new NFTs that released the past year that I would assume people picked up. If you're a brand new player, that's not going to apply to you, of course. You're also not really able to copy the design I made last year because the biome is different. But it may at least be able to give you an idea of what to do. Yeah, so 1 hot cocoa, 2 peppermint. Hot cocoa does require a couple of different items for sure, and I think the most annoying thing to make is the chocolate bars, but it could also be the marshmallows for some people, because marshmallows has a high craft time. Davidson says creating the ice blocks is very complicated and takes a lot of time to complete. I don't see an issue if somebody prefers to make ice block instead of the meta. Yeah, it is very time consuming. Chanrat says, but what way is the plan for the game to work? Should item points be balanced, or should one item definitely be better? Or should it be slightly boosted so it can win? Or should it not be enough? That's a good question. It is very hard, probably impossible to do a perfect balance on the items. That would be ideal, but it's probably not possible. If they actually want to try to sell NFTs for the meta, then they should boost the star values of the meta by a whole lot to make it to where other stuff is not a viable option. I don't really know what I would prefer, to be honest. I didn't really see that much of an issue with the star boost on Kimchi soup. But for the original star boost that we're gonna do for Peppermint hot cocoa, that got changed already, but the 9,000 stars per item, whatever it was gonna be, I was looking at my stack box build and I'm like, I could make probably more stars per hour just doing stack box. That's probably not true though, because the biome was different. But I saw that comparison. I could also just be lazy and do a Y and case build, and that would probably be similar to the stars per hour. Not exactly the same, but it would be similar, and I wouldn't have to use all the NFTs required for the Peppermint hot cocoa. Could let somebody else borrow them or something. Some of the guild members. But I don't think that would be as fun. I do like doing the meta. So I guess it just depends on who you ask. Shanrat said the problem is they don't tell us why they changed the stars. In this case, the community spoke up and they said the star value for the Peppermint hot cocoa was too low. And Duck Sunny communicated it to the devs or the main team, and they changed it. They listened to the community, you would say, in this case anyways. Davison, as long as it's part of the game, it's fair play. Grandma, hello. Spartans also says good morning, Dub. Farmer says good morning. Good morning to all of you. Welcome to the stream. Genre, of course, you can't get perfect balance. You can get it close. They said they were going to constantly work on getting points balance, and they started, but they stopped doing it. I think that was maybe an initiative that Farmer Michelle wanted to do, and I don't know if they're still going to do that or not. But yeah, I guess everything, it's very difficult to balance stuff because of the NFTs and all. But I believe that jewelry does not give enough stars. That's a biased opinion though, because I have a lot of jewelry NFTs, so that wouldn't be fair for me to say. But I also do the No-NFT builds, right? And I still don't think the jewelry stuff has enough stars, but who knows? It's hard to tell. But like when there's an anything goes meta, I don't really see many people mention that they're doing jewelry or that it does that well. Sustain says weekly meta should be the winner, or we could all focus on one build and buy NFT support to support it every week. Yeah, like if you're just constantly going to do ice, then you only need NFTs to help with that and not any other ones. Adam Morgano says hello, welcome. Shanrat says we are talking about how we think the game should work or how we would like it to work. They should tell us how it's supposed to work. Yeah. Eddie, hello. Carbon, did you buy Trump coin? I did not. I considered it. Maybe I mentioned this on Tuesday too, because I was talking a little bit about that Trump coin. But no, I seen it the morning after, and it was like at $20-something each. I think it was only purchasable on Solana, and I'm not sure how I would even get crypto on there. I know they added it on Coinbase and I think even Robinhood, so it's easier for people to buy it now. But nah, I've not bought any Trump coin. Shenrat says it's tough to play because when they keep changing their plans, you don't know what to expect, or are you going to play? I would like firm details on how it's supposed to work. Well, I mean, it kind of changes every week, so it's I wouldn't expect an answer to that. About every week, I see somebody mention how in the last couple hours their rank dropped significantly, and most of the time it's new people because they don't understand the concept of offline mode and how people are using it and how it affects the ranks. Your rankings really do not matter until the competition ends, right? But pretty much in the last hour or even the last half hour, even the last 15 minutes of the competition, that's when you see your real rankings. So maybe new players get discouraged when they think they're like 600th place, and at the end of the competition they drop all the way down to like 1300th. Yeah, 1300, 1300, and they don't even get top 1200. And they thought they were doing good, but apparently not, because a bunch of people were offline mode. And I'm just bringing this up because I'm seeing it. Somebody have a conversation about it on the Common Ground World discussion right now, but I see this basically every week. And unfortunately, that's just the side effect of having offline mode. And I do think offline mode is essential. Like, it's a really good thing about the game, but it gives some people the wrong idea of the leaderboard rankings. But yeah, all I can say is the rankings don't really matter until near the end or at the end of the competition. Tony Roy, that was me last competition. Yeah, it's important to keep that in mind. I was in the 500 this one, and I will get in the 800 rank. Not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. Every week new player. Yeah, I think it's mostly just a new player saying that. I will... Yeah, I'll talk about the competition details a little bit more in a moment. And I also have the video on my Hot Cocoa build showcase. Though it is a different biome, so can't do the exact same plan. General says, haha, I don't miss sleeping beside my computer to catch if it crashed. You know, I used to do that too. I used to accidentally fall asleep working on my build, and I would accidentally leave lumber production on, and it would screw up my production rate. Good old times. Now I can finish my design quickly enough to where I won't accidentally fall asleep, or I can basically finish it before lunch. The competition kind of cuts through the time I would normally eat lunch, but that's fine. It's not too bad. Like, I'm pretty much done within the first 2 hours. The new list says if we want to support Ice Block every week, which NFT you suggest? Just Crystal is enough. Crystal Reindeer is a big one. Diamond Water Pump does help with ice builds. I've done it before where you need less water pumps. Also, Water Pump NFTs help, but not as much as the Diamond Water Pump. If you happen to have NFTs that give greater amounts of passive cold, like the legendary Satisfactory, that can help a bit. NFTs that increase the storage capacity of your storehouses do help. And other than that, I think just all the general NFTs like birdhouses, rose bushes, the tavern to increase movement speeds and reduce craft times. And open corrupted packs. There you go. Competition's about to end in now. It ends now. It's done. Soulless just managed to get back online. Yeah, hopefully in time for the score to update and everything. Rock says, good day, Dub. I bought Tropicoin and sold it before the dump. Too controversial for now. Very nice. That's a win right there. So congrats, Rog. Before the dump, I'm gonna assume I was at the $70 mark, but it's fine. Whatever amount, right? I'm sure you made a profit. Yeah, I considered it, but nah, I didn't want to. And like I said, it's on Solana chain. I never mess with the Solana chain. Of course, going to the daily challenge, we have the same 7 challenges every day right now. So I'm just gonna leave this running, and I will have the white rice ready before I can even place down all my NFTs. GG's, good game everyone on the competition. Hopefully you got the position you wanted to get. Or that you were expecting to get anyways. Alright. And I gotta turn that on. And I guess I'll add it on auto sell. There we go. And I'll deal with placing everything down a little later. 66, nice. That's my Discord. Let's go back to announcements. 104, dang, so close to top 100, Rachel. Well, this is kind of messy, but the biome we are getting is going to be a plains biome. One river on the north, but you got two mountains, one on the east and west side. So that little portion of that you're gonna have just a small portion, right? Like 6 rows where you don't have any shade from either side of the mountain. So you're gonna want your crops closer to that, close to the river, but that little section. You can have peppermint fields closer to the mountainside, and on the other side, the second mountain, you can have your milk barns and your meadows, so you can make milk. But that's gonna be kind of cramped for the crops. You also need salt fields. So if you don't have an NFTs, your salt fields are gonna be on a red craft timer because they didn't want to give us an ocean again. But you don't need a significant amount of salt for this, just for the marshmallows. It's not too much. It's not gonna take up as much space as the kimchi soup did. Peppermint's cash boosted 4 times. Not terrible. I'm not exactly sure if doing a peppermint cash rush would be better than gold. I don't know if I have time to test that or if I want to, but maybe that's something somebody can consider. I don't think anybody would consider selling hot cocoa for the cash boost, because at that point, just make the meta item and sell that. So that cash boost does not make sense to me. So basically just peppermint is the only thing that's cash boosted in my eyes. Trade time's been the same for a couple competitions now, but it's a good trade time, so I don't think anyone's gonna complain about that. Eddie's 57th place at 118 per hour. Oh, so 100 kimchi soup per hour did better than I thought. That would mean some people that did ice blocks got top 50. Or yeah, top 100 for sure, but there's probably some people out there that did ice blocks and got top 50. Maybe even better. Joan, hello. 692, rank. This time not good rank. Decent, but yeah. Spartans, top 50, sweet. 112 per hour, not enough for top 50. No, yeah. Because I seen what Eddie said about his rate. I guess not. Hello, welcome. China at 1600 isn't enough cash. You'd run out of gas fast. I mean, that's true, but you could do a freight pier setup. I mean, I guess you wouldn't be able to do it right from the start, but eventually. Carbon says he'll test it. But right from the start, you'd want to build a freight pier as soon as possible, sure. Freight pier is like what, 250k? Same as a power plant? Yeah, I'm not sure if that would be a great cash rush or not. Not something I've ever tried. This is the No-NFT build showcase I did for Hot Cocoa a year ago. It's pretty much actually been like exactly a year that we've done this meta. I knew we were gonna get Peppermint Hot Cocoa eventually. I actually thought it'd be sometime in like November or December for some reason, but I guess right now makes sense. Since it's winter, it's the cold season. This build is 59 Hot Cocoa per hour. Thing is, we only had one mountain on this one, so this isn't gonna work. If you're thinking of like doing this exact thing again, it's not gonna work, unfortunately, because the second mountain is going to cast shade on the first 5 rows down here. So you're gonna have to rethink the crop section. It's gonna take up like, you should be able to see my mouse. Actually, maybe, there we go. So it's gonna take up probably this square here. I would highlight it if I could, but I don't think I can. Gonna have to change the milk setup a bit. And I don't think you don't need too many peppermint fields, but yeah, you could have them in the shaded areas. You could probably have 2 milk setups, one on each side. Although I don't like the sound of that, because then you got cows going from one side to the other side. That's kind of annoying. So I'm not sure. I guess you could use the other side for the salt fields. Yeah, you could do that. You will definitely need a lot of windmills. More than likely, they're almost all going to be on red timer, if not all of them. Yeah, you're probably going to have just red timer windmills. And I'm mostly talking about the No-NFT players here. Because with 2 mountains, it's very difficult to have green timer windmills. It's still possible. I've done it before, but there's a lot of different buildings going on here. Nuclear power is going to be highly suggested because you're going to need pottery shops to craft ceramic mugs with. If you don't have them on a green craft timer, you'll need way more pottery shops, and it's just going to be too expensive to do. Candy shops cast 1 shade, so do the storehouses. I'm trying to remember, chocolate shops do. They cast 1 or 2. 2 shade, right? Yeah, chocolate shops cast 2 shade though. Leo says this salt field make all the difference too. Ocean, not salt field. The ocean is not going to be a significant help on this one. You don't need a crazy amount of salt for this, but yeah, it's still going to cost you a couple more tiles. The second mountain is the biggest hindrance for this. Rock says, I'm thinking of ice blocks along the mountains and peppermint cocoa in the middle. That's actually not a bad strategy either. They're going for hybrid builds. I think I could be wrong because I don't see many people talk about this, but a hybrid build strategy might be effective in some cases. Probably not in this case, because now that Peppermint Hot Cocoa is getting boosted. Peppermint Hot Cocoa is getting star boosted, like a significant amount, where making other items is not going to even come close to it. But like for kimchi soup, maybe it would have been a good idea for me to do like wine cases on part of it, and then, you know, the rest of it can be kimchi soup or something. Who knows? It's an idea, possibility. Or maybe like ice blocks and wine cases. I don't think I'd ever try to do that though. Shanrat crap, you need salt again with no ocean? Yeah. Not too much salt though, but yeah. Salt's just for the marshmallows. Another thing is you're not getting an oil seep again. They're yeah, they really don't want to give us oil seeps anymore. So congratulations to those of you who own passive crude oil NFTs, which are one of the best ones in my opinion. You're really getting use out of them. If they're not giving people oil seeps, that's more advantageous for the people who do have the passive crude oil NFTs. They probably feel good right now. Yeah, or, you know, people who own dragons like me. You don't need gas, so there you go. Another thing to feel good about. Light circuits will probably be very popular for this if you do have them, because of all the windmills you're gonna need, and there's just so much shade here. If you do have an Orb of Hope, you don't need to build a nuclear power. You can easily work with just one Orb of Hope. It depends on your production rate, right? But for a lot of people, just one Orb of Hope will do. I don't remember what the trade time was for this meta. It looks like I had 3 trade depots. I don't actually think you need 3 of them though. Shoot, I also had the trade pier. I had 4 trade vehicles on it. What was the trade time? I'll probably mention it like at the beginning of the video. Three minutes? The trade time was 3 minutes. This was a year ago, right? So it's gonna be 20 seconds this time. No wonder I had 4 trade vehicles. I was wondering why I had so many. Alright, anyways, yeah, hopefully this provides some people an idea on how to do hot cocoa. A build showcase as always. I'll try to do a no-NFT build for it, and I seem to succeed basically all the time. I do expect the production rate to be lower, just because of the second mountain, no ocean, and no oil seep. That all those 3 things make it more difficult. The trade time being lower saves maybe 3 spots because I don't need this many trade vehicles. I'm only going to need 1. But overall, you're going to have less space to work with. You're going to need more cafes and peppermint fields to make the peppermint hot cocoa. Though I don't expect that to need too many spots, to be honest. It's just a few spots for that. So if it wasn't for the biome changes, the no-NFT build would look almost exactly the same as this. But I do expect the design to be different because of the biome. If I had to guess the rates, it could be closer to 40 per hour, which is a pretty big drop from 59 per hour. But yeah, if I had to come up with a number right now, maybe 40. But yeah, there's that for some of the people who want to start up right away. I already sold my white rice, but before I place down the NFTs, let me also go back to Discord. They announced 2 NFT sales. The first one's a peppermint stand, $200, 300 in supply, gives 2 passive peppermints. It also qualifies for 5 town points. A lot of people were confused about why they released this, because there already is a peppermint stand. It's called the Gingerbread House. It also gives 2 passive peppermints. It is it provides 1 more utility though. It gives a 20% craft time reduction to nearby candy shops. And I do own them, so I'm gonna show you what they look like. Gingerbread House. In my opinion, the Gingerbread House has great art. It even has snow particles. You can even see like the little bits of sugar on the gum, the candy, the candy drops. Got candy canes. So I'm admiring the art. The art looks cool. But yeah, it gives 2 passive peppermint, just like the new peppermint stand that they announced. But it gives a 20% craft time reduction to candy shops, which can also be useful. The Gingerbread House is still in the Gala game store. It's $250, so it's $50 more expensive. I would not consider the rare peppermint stand at all. If you for some reason want to pick up something that has passive peppermint, you're way better off getting the Gingerbread House. It is $50 more, yeah, that's the catch. But you are way better off getting the Gingerbread House for like basically all the reasons. It doesn't have any town points, but like, don't worry about 5 town points for 200 bucks. That's not even a good deal for town points. I'm just saying, if you care about passive peppermint, you're better off getting a Gingerbread House because it also has a 20% craft time reduction to the candy shops, and that can come in handy in other situations. So this NFT is just not good compared to the gingerbread house, in my opinion. Of course, they could probably put it on sale later on, and then it's a different situation. If the price difference is way bigger than $50, yeah. But right now, I wouldn't even consider it. Also, there's the corrupted peppermint stand. This is more for like top players, though, right? Some of you top players already have a corrupted peppermint stand. But you're probably better off paying that extra amount of cash for 6 passive peppermint instead of 2 passive peppermint. But I'm not even going to go there. That's more of a top player thing. And the second NFT they announced is the Superb Builder. This one is really weird. And also not one I would recommend. But let's go through the details. $200 again, 300 in supply. This one is epic though, it's not a rare, so this one also gives 10 town points because it is epic. It takes up one full tile, doesn't have any edge requirements. Why would it? It's a builder. This comes with 2 workers. They move faster. They move as fast as a quick builder though. They don't move as fast as a crane bot. Cranebot is way faster. Wages are the same as a regular builder, alright. It's not a big deal. Here's the NFT art. Some people pointed out that the quick builder is $70, and I think at some point it was on sale for cheaper. It was on sale for $50 if I'm not mistaken. You could just get 3 quick builders for almost the same price as one of these that has 2 quick builders. So you're probably better off getting quick builders. It just takes more time to place them all. And I guess it would take a little bit more space, right? Yeah, it would take more space. But builders are something that you don't care if they take up space in the end because you don't need them in the end. It's nice to have builders that, you know, are able to move faster and stuff. I have a lot of crane bots. It's one of the reasons I like to use them. I use them all the time. You see that if you're watching my competition streams. But if you are, I wouldn't even consider this because I think a crane bot is better. The speed is higher. It only has 1 worker, that's true, but it's almost twice as fast, so it'll balance out. Cranebot right now is between $150 to $200 on the secondary market because there's so many of them. So you could probably pick up a Cranebot for the same price, if not cheaper than this NFT. Also, Cranebot gives 100 town points. That's one of the big selling points for the Cranebot, whereas this only gives 10 town points. I think that if they change this NFT to be 2x2 instead of 4x4 and kept the same price and same utility, I think people would actually consider buying this. Definitely. If it was 2x2. But for it taking up a full tile, no. Yeah, because if it was 2x2, people that use Subgrid, they could place this somewhere where they have this space for it. They could have it there all the time. It's not going to impact the process of them working on their final build. So if it was 2x2, this would definitely sell. I'm sure of it. Some top players would get it. But as a full tile, absolutely not. I don't think it's worthwhile at all as a full tile. So they kind of missed it here. Like they could have made this 2x2. Also, I don't think this NFT is a brand new concept. Judging by the art here, if you've paid attention, the recent new NFTs have this art. You can see, no, actually, these don't have a new art either. Just realized that. Here's another example of the new artwork. This is like the new artwork. Whatever new art team is in charge of doing the NFTs, they're doing this. This is the older artwork, and I didn't realize that the gnomes are also using the older artwork. So the gnomes are probably a shelved NFT as well. NFTs that they made some time ago, but they didn't release right away. They probably thought them a couple months in advance. So I do think this is also a shelved NFT based on the artwork, because this is the NFT artwork they were doing a couple months back. They probably replaced the person that was doing this artwork. So yeah, this isn't worth it unless you really love workers with pink outfits for some reason. Get it, Creambot. Creambot's way better. Does it cash shade? It doesn't. I asked Duck Sunny. He confirmed that it does not cash shade, which is good. Neither does the Quick Builder. The only thing that Creambot has going against it is the 2 shade that it casts. That is annoying, just like the regular build house. The shade it casts is annoying, but it's fine because you don't really need it at the very end. So that's the only positive. DeFi says these NFTs do not seem well thought out. Yeah, I don't really think so. Steve said that as well, yeah. Oh, yeah. That was the same comment. You know, whenever I read, because I'm reading the comments from a different window, so I look at the camera and I'm able to read the comments, right? But it doesn't actually show me if a comment was removed. So just keep that in mind. But when I look at it over on the window where I have the live stream popped up, I can see which messages were removed. So if you remove your message, I might still read it. Let's keep that in mind. That's it for the 2 new NFTs. Did anybody here use a similar version to my No-NFT build showcase? How did that do? The 24 per hour or something? I wonder if that was enough to rank. I would assume it was if you started the competition right away, but who knows? In the meantime, I'm going to place down all my NFTs and claim the daily points. Ooh, also another thing I want to talk about, but I'll wait a few minutes. Let me just do this. What production rates did you get on Kimchi soup? Yeah, I read your comment on Sandula. I read your comment on Discord too when you're replying to Toki. So I don't know if Toki's watching the stream. I don't think he is. 26 per hour and he did not get top 1,200. So something's off there. Yeah, something's not mathing up there. I don't know how he said he didn't get top 1,200, but he was doing higher than my No-NFT build. Something must have gone wrong with him not using offline mode or something. Baya says, did your town? I think I read 1,100 something. That's reasonable, yeah. I mean, the goal for my No-NFT builds really is just to get people to top 1,200. Of course, if everybody copies his design exactly, that's probably not going to be the case. But it's at the very least like an idea. Leo says, I used your build, finished 906 in the ranking. Nice, yeah. DeFi got 326, I assume with his own design. Joan, I use it, 692 rank, and I have 9 Miranda skin, 1 bird house, 1 bush, and the mixing tankery and restaurant both rare. Nice, yeah. Yeah, even having the Miranda skins is a big difference. Odd, because people did mine with 24 per hour or so and still got top 100. Maybe not top 900, not without NFTs anyways, but yeah, I actually don't understand how he did not get top 1200 if he was beating my production rate, as he says. Tatooine says, what do you think about the red lamp build for your NFTs? Is it possible to have a competitive build over meta? To be honest, Tatooine, I've not put enough thought into it to see how it would perform. I'm not going to mention names, but I do know that, and I have heard somebody at least doing red lamps and getting top 25. So obviously it must be viable. And I'm sure I have the NFTs for it. I have the mineral stands. That's a massive help for red lamps and jewelry related NFTs. But I have not checked what production rate I could do right now and how the stars per hour from that compare to like kimchi soup, for example. I don't know. Maybe I still could have gotten top 25. Potentially. But I like the idea of actually doing the meta more. Farmer says, my friend did 23.8, rank 800 something. So even that production rate I showed got top 900 for your friend. Wow. DeFi, yeah, my design, I have a few NFT for Russian Salty. Ah, yeah. 27 per hour, rank 470. Oh, wow, okay. So even top 600 with just a little more. Shanrat, that's also with 35 black cars, legendary styling. Ah, no wonder. That must be it. You know, when you mentioned that, there you go. So the thing is, if the meta doesn't require legendary stylings and you have enough friends, you know, your buddies, your guild members, and they're not using their legendary stylings, so you could just borrow all of theirs, you could do some crazy things, sure. So yeah, 35 legendary stylings, you probably could do red lamps and get top 25. Now, I don't know if that's what happened, but that sounds logical. I do have 8 legendary stylings, and I've been waiting for a blue steel design or red steel design or something to use them with, because I can make some passive steel, but I would still need to make iron to make more steel. It would be interesting to see a design that utilizes like 35 legendary stylings. That's a lot. If that is true. Snake tower that we haven't used yet. Utility is good, but damn. I really thought a jewelry meta was gonna come pretty soon. I think after the Peppermint Hot Cocoa, we're gonna get paper metas, like the red envelope or Valentine's Day card. But who knows? It could be something else entirely. I think I'm just missing the crane pots. But yeah, I was gonna talk about the Common Ground, the film, not the game. So if you're in the Gala Film Discord, they put out an announcement regarding Common Ground, the film. The team was originally going to debut their film in Gala Film, but maybe they got a better offer. They changed their mind, and instead of debuting the film on Gala Film, they're going to a bigger streaming service. It sounds like they're going to release the film on Amazon Prime Video, based on what they said. But I think it's also going to be like other streaming services on top of that. It makes sense because, I mean, they want to get their message out to as many people as possible, but it does kind of suck because a lot of the Gala community supported them, mostly the people that are involved with the Gala Film stuff. I don't look too much into the Gala Film stuff. I never bought any of the Common Ground mystery boxes. I did have somebody donate 2 of them to me, which I appreciated, and I opened them up. They didn't really have anything special. Popcorn boxes that turned into film tokens, which are just in my inventory, but nothing significant there. But yeah, I didn't personally buy any. They said they were gonna provide some kind of substitution or something of prizes if you did happen to buy them. I don't know what that means, and I would expect it to take a long time if that is the case. We'll see. If anybody has an update on that, let me know. But I didn't have anything that was like a special prize from those mystery boxes, because I think some people got merch, or they were supposed to get merch. Yeah, I didn't get any of those. Okay, that's on my town points, 4591. There we go. I remember the number right now. But yeah, they posted that Common Ground's not coming to Gala Film. So what does it mean for the game? I'm still hoping that Benefactor changes his mind and changes the name of Common Ground World back to Townstar, but that's not really a guarantee, even with the film not coming to Gala Film. It's possible that, you know, the film releases on Amazon Prime Video and more people find out about the film and they look into it and they accidentally find out about the game, because I don't think they would actually promote the game within the film itself. That makes no sense. There's no reason to. I'm not sure. I don't think Gala would even pay them enough for that, but that's not the point of their movie. So you could see it in a way that more people will watch it. Now that it's going to bigger streaming services, they'll Google it and they'll accidentally find out about the game that it's linked to, if you can even say that. I don't know how much of a difference that would make. The alternative is Benefactor just changes his mind, tells the Common Ground World team to just switch the game's name back to Townstar. But yeah, I have no idea if that would happen. And I just don't see how the film is really going to help the game out. I don't think people saw it since the beginning. It's really hard to tell. I still kind of doubt it. Yeah, I think the name change was just silly. Shannon says they should launch on multiple services. I do believe they will. Definitely the Amazon Prime Video, but I think it was mentioned that we're gonna launch on other streaming services too. They said it was gonna launch on Earth Day as well. That's like April 22nd, I believe. I don't really care for the film, to be honest. I know it's like regenerative agriculture. It sounds more like a documentary. Sounds kind of boring to me. I don't even watch that many movies, to be honest. So I don't know if I ever watch it. Maybe. I mean, I like the game, but just because I like the Common Ground World game, which was Townstar, doesn't really mean I want to watch the Common Ground film. But we'll see. I do have Amazon Prime, so. Shanrat says it's dangerous. People Google Common Ground World, they're likely to get scam sites. Yeah, maybe. Might be true. I would prefer them to change the name back to Townstar, but it's not up to me. I think ultimately it is up to Benefactor. It's not even up to the Common Ground World team. Some people seem to think it's the Common Ground World team that made the decision, but no. If I remember correctly, it was Benefactor. It was his decision. He made some deal with the people from Common Ground, the film, and hence the whole name change and maybe the strategy. Though I really don't know if they'll keep working on the Common Ground mode, you know, the slow town, the forever mode, whatever. We don't really know right now. Let's see what you linked me to. Oh yeah, you linked me. Oh, he shared the red lamp. Okay. Yeah, Shanrat, I'm looking at what you shared. Damn, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no wonder. No, I can't do that. Not unless somebody lets me borrow like 30 legendary stylings. They haven't done any work on Common Ground mode? Nope. Not since they basically rushed the mode out, which was maybe within days of Benefactor doing the whole deal to change the name and everything. So yeah, they haven't put enough effort on that, and I'm not sure if they will at this point. But yeah, I think that's it. That's the update with the new meta, new NFTs, and the Gala film thing. I don't think there's anything else to mention. Any last minute questions, let me know. Yeah, I'm gonna start practicing on my personal build today. I already have a rough idea of what I wanted to do. I just, there's NFTs that I'm letting people borrow in the guild library that I need to take back in order to work on mine. So I'll start working on some stuff today for my personal build. As always, I do the No-NFT builds during the weekend, Saturday or Sunday. We'll see how that goes. I don't know if any of you play Call of Duty. I play Black Ops, and the new Zombies map is coming out on Tuesday this time, like basically 2 hours before the competition starts. Dang. But of course, I'm gonna do the competition, and after that, I'll eat lunch and I'll probably play the new Call of Duty Zombies map, because I do enjoy playing that. So that's going to be on Tuesday. Low Stakes Slot says, can't wait for Lycan's video on the film subject. Right. Right. I wonder what you have to say about it. Lots of FUD, I'm sure. Oh. See if I missed anything on here. Okay. Yeah, I already did this. Okay, yeah, that's gonna be everything. Thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully the competition went well for you. Better get started on practicing for Peppermint Hot Cocoa. Well, I know some people are gonna wait for the new biome, but yeah, better start designing something. Thank you all for watching. And Jones says, which wallet you use for Gala to withdraw? I change my Gala to USDC through MetaMask and then put it on Coinbase because I don't have access to Bitrue. But if you have access to Bitrue, that would probably be a better option. But yeah, thank you all. Have a great weekend. See you all later.